Hey Taurus, thanks for visiting. And if you like this reading, as I always ask you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you would like to. You don't have to. I'm going to get right on with your reading. So, the first card you have for your past is the King of Pentacles. I'm getting a lot of strength with this card. This feeling of, finally I think I can do this. Finally I think I can get through this. Finally I think I can conquer all of these kind of things that were getting me down. People that were trying to kind of force things onto me. All of that kind of thing. It's like you're getting stronger, you're getting better, or you were at this time, getting out of all of this. I'm seeing more things. I'm seeing a few things. I'm seeing that, and I'm also seeing you trying to manifest something. I think for a long time you've been trying to manifest this thing. This has something to do with money, obviously. This is the King of Pentacles. I think you're putting a lot of work into whatever this was, and you're trying to manifest it. That was on your mind all the time. You know, this king has red roses around his head, around his crown, and obviously red roses symbolize manifestation. And because they're around his head, that's telling me that that's what you were thinking. You were thinking about manifesting this thing. You wanted to manifest this thing. This was a financial thing that you wanted. And I'm seeing that now that you're getting this strength, you're not letting anyone hold you back or anything like that. You were starting to manifest this thing, and I think you could feel that you were. That was a very important thing, and I think your mind telling yourself, I can finally do this, I'm finally strong, was the first step towards you achieving this thing. This is your mindset changing, your mindset getting stronger. It's very positive. I'm also seeing that there was one specific person, I don't know if they're still around you or not, they were trying to encroach on you, trying to force themselves or their opinions onto you, trying to change who you truly were, trying to kind of force you to go along with what they thought. And they were doing this over and over again. I'm seeing this, and it really bothered you for a long time. And this is someone who you cared about, or who you felt that you should care about. It was kind of a lot of care in that, but there was a lot of guilt in there as well. It was like, if I let this person go, if I stop being around this person, if I stop kind of agreeing with them, I'm going to feel very guilty about that. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting around this too. This king is kind of tied down by all these vine leaves, so that might be how you're feeling around this person. Now, I think this strength that you started to feel inside your head, pushing forward, was kind of pushing against them as well at this time. So finally at this time, you started to push against this person. Now, I don't think, sorry about that siren, you weren't physically distancing yourself from them at this time. You were still around them at this time. I don't know if this person lived with you, but they were around you a lot. And your mind was finally in a place where you could face them and you could be stronger than them. So this is a huge big breakthrough. Now, all in this month I'm seeing, not this month, sorry, all in this year actually, I'm seeing you getting stronger spiritually, getting stronger in your head. And this is where you're going to be pushing a lot of these people away from you. This is one big one. This is one big one who's been around you and in your face a lot, and you're finally able to push them away. That's what I'm seeing starting to happen in this card in your past. You're mastering your mind and you're pushing this one specific person away. It sounds terrible, but it's not. It's actually good for you and good for them as well. That's what I'm seeing in that card. The next card you have your past is the Seven of Cups. So yes, look at all the confusion in this card, and this man's in the dark and he doesn't know what to decide, and he's all really messed up, and he's all kind of, what's real, what isn't, I'm so confused. And that's how this person who was around you was trying to make you feel. They were trying to confuse you, they might have been doing what people call gaslighting, you know, making you kind of not sure of yourself. And they were making you confused, making you try to do whatever they wanted, all of that kind of thing. And you're seeing all of that now, or you were at this time, and you're starting to get stronger in your mind, and you're starting to get out of this confusion. You've been through so much in your past, especially in love, and I think now everything was becoming clearer. You're getting clarity out of this confusion. You're saying, no, I can see now. I can see what this person's doing is wrong. I can see out of this confusion. I know what I need to do. I need to push this person away from me, and I need to get through this, and that's how I'm going to keep on getting stronger. That's what I'm seeing in this card. Strength, any kind of strength that you get starts in your mind, whether that's physical strength, whether that's going to the gym, whether that's mental strength, spiritual strength. It starts in your mind, strength of mind. That's how you manifest things, and this is how you're going to manifest this financial thing, from your mind. So yeah, you're getting out of the confusion. It's fantastic to see you're getting the mental strength and the spiritual strength, and this is what you deserve. You really do deserve this. The last card you have your past is the Empress. So yeah, this is you again. You're becoming stronger. You're protecting yourself. You're nurturing yourself. You're nurturing your inner self. Just like a child, when you have a child and it starts to grow, and a mother, because this is the ultimate mother, the Empress. When you have a child and it starts to grow, and a mother watches that child, she protects it, she watches it, she lets it grow, she wants it to grow, she wants it to learn things, learn how to write, learn how to read, learn how to hold a knife and fork, learn how to, go about the world and go about things, learn all sorts of things, but she also protects it from danger at the same time. That's what you're doing with your inner self. You are getting stronger, getting bigger, but you're also protecting yourself, letting yourself grow. And that was one of the reasons why you had to push this person away. They were not helping you grow. They were setting you back and confusing you. They were doing the opposite of giving you this clarity. That's what I'm seeing. And the Empress can also represent abundance. So again, this thing that you're working on manifesting, this money related thing, this is something that can definitely happen. It will happen. It's going to happen slowly. It's going to grow slowly. Again, when you think of a child grows slowly. It takes many years to grow into an adult. I'm not saying this is going to take years to grow, but it's going to take time, and you're going to have to be patient for this to grow. And I think throughout this year, as you spiritually get stronger, which I was seeing in a lot of your past readings, you're going through this kind of ascension. You're still going through that. You're going to have ups and downs in that. When you get through all of this, this financial thing is going to keep on growing slowly. When you're spiritually ready, when your mind is ready, that's when this thing will be manifesting. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your present is Temperance. So yes, your mind's becoming stronger, your intuition's becoming stronger as well. I think it's always had, strength, your intuition. I think you've always had a very strong intuition. But I think because of all of this growth I'm seeing, it's super strong at this time. It's on high alert as well. Now, being on high alert with your intuition sounds as if it's stressful and terrible and wrong. I think it has to be on high alert at this time, because that's what you need to nurture your inner self. That sounds really cheesy and it sounds really cringy, I know, but that's the only way I can explain that. You need to be on high alert for any danger, any more people that are going to try and push themselves onto you, encroach themselves onto you, force you to do things. You're going to be on high alert for any of these people, and you're going to push all of those people away. That's what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing freedom around relationships. I think you're a very independent person, and I think in past relationships, you have been through some very bad situations. I've seen that, but you've always had this independent streak, and I think this is what's going to help you to protect yourself at this time, this independent streak. I think in the past that independent streak has been a problem with some people who you've been with, but it's been a good thing as well, because I just keep on seeing people trying to encroach onto you, or trying to force their opinions onto you, trying to get you to do what they want, trying to make you change, and you're not doing that. You're really, really coming out of that. You're really fighting against that. I keep on seeing that. Yeah, anyone who's going to want to be with you in the future is going to have to accept that you need this independence and you're super strong. But again, I don't think you're ready for anyone at this time. This is obviously if you're single, because you are going through all of this growth. You're changing as a person. And if you do find someone at this time, they're not going to be with the same person down the line that they are with now, if that makes sense. You're going to grow into a different person, not a different person, but you're going to change as a person. So the person that you're going to attract now might not be the right person for you down the line, if that makes sense to you. Yeah, you're always going to want this independence. You're always going to want this a kind of certain amount of distance between you and whoever you're with anyway. So you're going to have to keep that in mind when you're looking for someone new. But I think at this time you're not going to be. I hope this isn't too confusing. I'm trying to kind of articulate what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your present is the High Priestess. Yeah. What I'm seeing here is that you do have people who are interested in you. This is for single people, obviously. You do have people who are very romantically interested in you. They see you as very attractive, of course they do. But the High Priestess can be kind of like the unobtainable woman, the woman who's kind of up on a great big hill somewhere and nobody can kind of reach her. That's how people who are attracted to you see you at this time. And the reason why is because you're just kind of focusing internally, you're growing internally, and that's where your focus is. So whoever is attracted to you is just going to have to put up with this at this time. They're either going to have to wait it out until you're ready, or they're going to have to kind of forget it and move on, because I don't think you're ready for anyone right now. Especially seriously. I mean, you might be ready for someone, you know, who has a bit of fun with you or whatever, you have fun with them, that's fine, but nothing serious. I'm not seeing anything serious happening here. If you're single, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because you are having this huge amount of growth and it's going to continue on all through this year. I keep on seeing that. The last card you have for your present is the Tower. Yes. I think there's someone who might have lived with you on and off. Maybe they weren't, but they were very close to you on and off. I don't know if this is the same person in the King of Pentacles. This is someone who, yes, you know them very well. I think you might be having a lot of fights, a lot of arguments with this person. This might be when all of this kind of pushing away is going to come to a head. You're going to finally say, no, I don't need you around me right now. I'm going to push you away. And this is going to cause some fights, some arguments and all of that with this person. It's going to be quite, there are a lot of fireworks around this. That's what I'm seeing. And I think the result of this is going to be that they're going to get up and leave for a while. They're going to go and leave you. And I think you might have seen this coming for a while. I think you did. I don't think this is a love situation. I really don't think it is. It might be. You might say, oh yes it is, but that's not what I'm getting out of this. I'm getting that this is someone who you feel that you're supposed to love unconditionally, so it might be a family member. And I think if you told people how difficult your relationship is with this person, they'd probably tell you, oh no, you should be with them, you should connect with them, you should keep on contacting with them. It's really terrible that you shouldn't have a relationship with them. Oh, don't do that. Keep on seeing them, keep on talking to them. You know, if it's a relative, they might be saying, oh, it's your brother, it's your sister, you should keep on contacting them. But they don't understand how complex this situation is and how many problems this brings you and them as well. And I think separating is probably a really good thing to happen at this time. I think it's something you need, and I think it's something they need. That's what I'm seeing. I don't think this is going to be a permanent separation. It might feel like that, but I don't think it's going to be. I think their absence is going to give you a bit more space in your head, a bit less stress, but I think you're still going to be quite unhappy about this separation. I think you're going to have a lot of mixed feelings. It's very complicated. I think you're going to be quite sad about this separation, even though you know it's the right thing. That's what I'm seeing. The false card you have for your future is Judgment. So yeah, it's going to be a bit like an aftermath, the aftermath of the Tower, sort of a clearing away. It's a bit like a start of the new day after a disaster's happened. That's how it's going to feel. This is like the next day after they've left or whatever. It's very sad, it's very difficult, it's also very peaceful, so it's very, very, very mixed, because I think at this time you're going to be thinking, well, I knew it had to happen, I knew it was the right thing for me, I knew it was the right thing for them. But it's still sad, you know, I still miss them, even though I am feeling a lot more peaceful. I think they have a lot of learning to do, this person. I think they're going to go away by themselves and they're going to learn a lot. I think in the beginning, when they leave, after they've left, they're going to be kind of a little bit in party mode. Don't take that the wrong way and be upset. That's what I'm seeing. They're going to be saying, oh, I've escaped this terrible thing, and oh, I'm free now, I can do this, I can do that, yay, I've gotten away with this and that, and and all of that. They're going to be feeling like that. But then they're going to hit the reality and they're going to be thinking, wait a minute, I can run away, but I can't run away from myself. The problems are still there, the feelings are still there. I'm starting to realize what I've done. I'm starting to think about what I've done. So they're going to go through all of that, and that's what the Judgment card is. It's about examining yourself. Look at the family in this card. There's a mirror image of the same family over the other side. They're looking in the mirror at themselves. They're examining themselves. So this person's going to be thinking, wow, now I'm realizing what I've done. I'm realizing what I was like. I realized I forced a lot of things onto people, not just you, other people as well. I'm seeing myself now for who I am. Now, I think that this person is going to eventually come back to you. I think they're going to come back after really seeing themselves. I think they're going to come back a very different person when they do. It's going to take a long time until they come back to you, but they are going to come back and they're going to be very different. They're not going to be an angel, they're not going to be perfect, but they're going to be different. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have for your future is Justice. So again, while they're going through these changes, these internal changes, realizing who they are, realizing what they've done, all of that kind of thing, you're not going to see these changes happening. There's a curtain behind this woman in this card, so things are hidden. You can't see these changes that are happening. But this is about karma as well, so this is coming back to get them. These things that they've done are coming back to get them. Not in a vindictive way. This is just something that they're going to go through internally, and I think they're going to be by themselves making these changes. These changes have to be made by them, by themselves. Nobody else can do it for them. And I just think, they are going to be away from you. Don't worry about them. They're going to be safe physically, but I think emotionally, I think mentally, they're going to have to go through a whole lot before they make these changes. It's going to be really difficult for them. There's no escaping that. It is going to be very, very difficult for this person. The last card you have for your future is the Nine of Swords. So yeah, it's not going to be easy for you either. I think there are a lot of negative things that were said backwards and forwards between you, and I think you've been through a lot of backwards and forwards in your past as well with this person. They've been very tough on you mentally. I mean, you've suffered a lot mentally because of this person, and emotionally, spiritually, everything like that. And that's why now that you're strong, now that you're going through this ascension, this was the time that you had to push them away so that they had to grow by themselves and learn things by themselves for themselves. I know I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. I think, when a significant person in your life leaves, that's when you're left with a lot of these memories. While they're around you and you're kind of fighting and arguing, you're focusing on that, you're annoyed and you say, oh, they said this and they said that, and that's kind of taking over your mind. But then when they suddenly leave, you're left with all of these memories and these feelings, probably going backwards and forwards with a lot of what you said, they said, all of that. that's going to calm down after a while. You are going to find some more peace inside your head. They're going to go through a lot worse than what you're going through in their mind. Believe me, that's what I'm seeing. I'm not saying that to say, ha ha ha, they're worse off than you. That's just what I'm seeing in this card. Yeah, they're going to be forced to see themselves. I keep on seeing that. And they're going to be faced with the reality of their situation and what they've done. They're going to have to face this by themselves. I hope that wasn't too mixed up for you. I hope you understood all of that. I tried to articulate all of that as well as I could. It was mostly about feelings, emotions, all of that kind, a lot of internal things. But anyway, Taurus, I hope this resonated with you. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching.